Thousands of years ago, humans crossed endless forests, vast plains, and unfamiliar mountains with nothing but the world around them. No GPS, no maps, no technology. So how did they know where to go, or even road signs? Today, many of us can get lost after taking just one wrong turn, even with a smartphone in our pocket. But thousands of years ago, our ancestors somehow found their way home again and again. So, why didn't ancient humans get lost every day? The answer is far more fascinating than you might think. Long before cities existed, humans lived in a world where survival depended on understanding the landscape. Every hill, river, tree, and rock carried meaning. They didn't simply walk through nature, they became part of it. From childhood, people learned to notice tiny details that modern humans rarely pay attention to. The shape of distant mountains, the direction of flowing rivers, the position of the sun, and even the smell of certain plants helped them understand exactly where they were. Nature wasn't confusing to them, it was their map. One of their greatest navigation tools was something scientists call cognitive mapping. Instead of memorizing streets or written directions, the human brain naturally creates a mental picture of the environment. Every journey added another piece to this invisible map. As they hunted animals, searched for water, or gathered food, their brains constantly updated these mental maps. Research suggests that humans evolved remarkable spatial memory because those who could navigate successfully were far more likely to survive and pass on their genes. The sky also became one of humanity's oldest navigation systems. During the day, people watched the movement of the sun across the sky. They understood where it rose and where it set, allowing them to estimate direction without any compass. At night, the stars became reliable guides. Certain star patterns appeared in predictable positions throughout the year, helping travelers maintain their course during long journeys. While they may not have known astronomy as we do today, generations of observation taught them to trust the sky.
The land itself offered countless clues. Rivers almost always flowed in familiar directions. Large rock formations stood unchanged for thousands of years. Massive trees, unique cliffs, waterfalls, and caves became natural landmarks that people remembered throughout their lives. Instead of looking for signs built by humans, ancient people recognized signs created by nature. Every landscape told a story, and they learned to read it fluently. Animals unknowingly helped as well. Hunters carefully observed migration routes because many animals followed the same paths year after year. Birds often flew toward water sources. Herds moved between feeding grounds with seasonal changes. By understanding animal behavior, humans could predict where food, water, and safe shelter might be found. Nature wasn't random. It followed patterns, and ancient humans became experts at recognizing them. Another reason they rarely became hopelessly lost was that they didn't wander without purpose. Travel was usually planned carefully. Families and tribes repeatedly visited familiar hunting grounds, rivers, and campsites across the seasons. These routes became deeply memorized over many years. Older members of the group passed this knowledge to younger generations through stories, demonstrations, and repeated journeys. Navigation became cultural knowledge rather than individual guesswork. Interestingly, modern science suggests that our brains still possess many of these ancient navigation abilities. However, technology may have weakened them. Today, many people rely almost entirely on GPS for even short trips. Because we rarely pay close attention to our surroundings, our brains don't build strong mental maps anymore. Some studies even suggest that excessive GPS dependence may reduce activity in brain regions responsible for spatial memory. In a way, our ancestors exercised their navigation skills every single day, while many of us hardly use them at all.
Of course, ancient humans weren't perfect. They certainly got lost sometimes. Storms, dense forests, deserts, heavy snow, or unfamiliar territories could confuse anyone. Some people probably never found their way back. But compared to modern humans, they had one enormous advantage. They constantly trained their senses. Their survival depended on observation, memory, and awareness. Every journey sharpened their ability to understand the world around them. Perhaps the most surprising lesson is this: the greatest navigational tool wasn't the stars, the mountains, or the rivers. It was the human brain itself. Evolution shaped our ancestors into extraordinary navigators because getting lost could mean death. Their minds became incredibly skilled at reading landscapes, recognizing patterns, and remembering routes. Even today, those abilities still exist inside us. They're simply hidden beneath maps, smartphones, and technology. So the next time your GPS tells you where to turn, remember this: thousands of years ago, your ancestors crossed wild landscapes with nothing but their eyes, their memory, and their understanding of nature. They didn't have satellites guiding them. They became the guide themselves. If you enjoyed discovering how ancient humans mastered navigation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more fascinating stories about human history and evolution, and let us know in the comments, do you think you could survive 1 week without using GPS? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.